I've said this once and I'll say it again. Come on, brighten up, boy. I've said this once and I'll say it again. I don't like our history. Well, not in the sense, but I don't like what they're trying to do. You know what I'm talking about? They're literally taking a history that could be beautiful. Not beautiful in the sense of what happened back then. You know what I'm talking about? But beautiful in the sense of the lesson that we can take from it. You know what I'm talking about? I don't give a shit about it anymore. And that leads me to saying this, bro. I hate how Afrikaans is being taught in our schools. You know what I'm talking about? Now listen to me. Before you start shitting me, listen. I hate how Afrikaans is being taught in our schools, because when I think about my own journey, right? Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm the dumb one. But how can Afrikaans be taught for 12 years to students, only for them to come out not even knowing how to even converse? You know what I'm talking about? Like, to even construct a simple sentence just to communicate with another Afrikaner or to another black man who knows Afrikaans. You know what I'm talking about? Like, bro, like, I hate how Afrikaans is being taught because, bro, Afrikaans was sort of like pushed down our throat. It wasn't actually taught. You know how, and it's the reason why I love how these Afrikaans schools been doing, like these war schools. You know, like how everybody there communicate. Like Afrikaans is the thing. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know, just like how English is the thing. English is the sort of like a medium of communication. It's sort of like a universal language. You know what I'm talking about? But I feel like this issue of making it a first additional language as well, it's sort of like it gets the mentality, like someone's mentality to think like, okay, no, it's not as important. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what I'm trying to, like, bro. I hate how Afrikaans is being taught in our schools because it's usually just for you to pass. You know what I'm talking about? How can you learn something like that? How can you learn something or a language? You know what I'm talking about? If all you think about is, I have to pass. You know what I'm talking about? I have to do well. Bro, I wish Afrikaans was taught in a way that it becomes part of, you know what I'm talking about? And I'm not fucking disregarding or undermining the other South African languages we have. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not undermining Zulu, Xhosa, Sotho, Sepedi, Tshivenda, Tsonga. You know what I'm talking about? Nah. You know what I'm saying? I think you have a choice to choose what language you want to do in school too. I think, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know if the other languages are the same, but I'll bet it's better for them because, you know, these languages that we have, for example, is Zulu and Xhosa, like people communicate in those too. Besides English, people, you know I'm talking about, communicating that. But Afrikaans is not so, especially in my area, it's not so common, bro. I can go a month without saying Afrikaans word to another person, you know what I'm talking about? Unless I'm cussing. I'm talking about, sorry, not that Afrikaans for cussing. But you get what I'm saying, bro? Like, it's almost like Afrikaans is that language that we just like, we learn just, you know what I'm talking about? How can you do Afrikaans for 12 years and not learn how to fucking get into a conversation with an Afrikaner, bro? I mean, I find it embarrassing, honestly. I find it embarrassing. And I used to be that nigga who'd be like, I'm not gonna fucking learn Afrikaans until I can get a citizenship from Netherlands. You know, how stupid is that mentality? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's something I can admit it, bro. It's a stupid mentality. You know what I'm talking about? But I just wish, bro, Afrikaans was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, like make it a norm. Like, make it a norm. You know what I'm talking about? Like, yo, bro, I wish we could get to a point where Afrikaans was taught in a way that, bro, whenever you see a white person who can speak Afrikaans, it's almost like natural. Yo, goeiemorgen, hoe gaan dit? You know, stuff like that. You only know that. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? I don't want to, like, embarrass myself now because, like, you know what I'm saying? Plus, I mean, when you think about it, bro, when you think about anything, bro, it's not so difficult to learn if you put your mind to it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Will I make an effort to learn it? Well, probably. I think the environment. I think it's also about the environment. It's a little bit difficult. It's a little bit difficult to learn something if you're not putting it to use. You know what I'm talking about? It doesn't matter how long you study it, which proves it. 12 years of studying, you know nothing. It doesn't matter how long you study, or how long you read about it, or how long you hear people. You know what I'm talking about? If you're in an environment. Like at my last job, I used to work with my boiler maker is colored, and he used to communicate in Afrikaans, so to like the other compatriots to English, of course. You know, he communicated in English with me, you know. But like there used to be other colors as well, and they used to communicate in Afrikaans, and I used to like learn. You know, talking about sometimes I ask questions, what does that mean? And then, you know, you learn through environment. You know what I'm talking about? I know people who've never been to school, but they can speak Afrikaans, bro, and they from they're foreigners basically, foreign nationals, and they can speak Afrikaans. So it's embarrassing. It becomes embarrassing. You learn Afrikaans for 12 years and uhlula umuntu from outside the country. It's embarrassing. So I think the school system needs to do something. Stop this Bantu education mentality. That happened years ago, bro. Stop teaching these kids to hate on something that's not done. Like, my mother once told me something, bro. Leave the adult problems to the adults. Let them fucking stress and kill themselves over it. I don't give a shit. Don't poison these kids, bro. Don't poison these kids. Don't poison these kids. You're fucking everything up, y'all. You parents are fucking everything up. If you're not killing your kids, if you're not raping your kids, you're teaching them for dangerous ideology. I don't understand, bro. Stop poisoning these kids, bro. Let the kids grow. Let the kids love. You know, that's something so sweet about kids. You know, kids, bro. It's the reason why. Not in a bad way, but I prefer chilling with kids more than like children, more than anything else, bro. These kids, bro, their conversations are so pure, bro. Kids have the purest conversations, bro. But of course, it depends from house to household. You know, there's other kids who grow up in fucking messed up, but either way, kids are so pure, bro. They're so pure. Like listening to what they say, communicating, listen to them talk about their aspirations. Listen, you know what I'm talking about. Kids are so pure, bro. How they're able to share, how they're able to fucking socialize with no racist discrimination thoughts. You know what I'm talking about? Like, don't poison these kids. Don't poison these kids. I beg of you. And I'm not talking to the old ass niggas. Well, I'm sorry for saying that, but I'm not talking to the old people only. I'm talking to the generation that's coming about. The people my age, people who are slightly above, older than me, slightly younger than me. Don't poison them. If you have kids, I know people my age already have kids. Don't poison those kids, please, bro. You're fucking it up. Really. How are you all doing though? How's life? Hey.
You can.